I get asked a lot of questions, and some of them more often than others. These are some of the most frequently asked questions I get, as well as some of the most common comments I see. Part of doing YouTube videos, people comment, people ask questions, people want to know, and I get a number of questions on a regular basis, some of them pretty frequently. So these are some of the most frequently asked questions. I put some of them in written form on my website and on my Facebook page, but this is also an easy way to answer some of those, as well as a few others that aren't in that. Let me start off at the beginning. My name is SirWillow. Where did the name come from? I actually used to teach high school at a fairly small private school out in California. At the time, the movie Willow was big in the theaters, and several of my high school students started teasing me that I looked like Warwick Davis in the movie, and started calling me Willow. It was actually done in good fun, and I'm actually still in contact with a lot of those students today, and they still use the nickname. So I started just using it. The internet was fairly new, so I started using it online, and ran into two issues with using it. One, Willow commonly is a girl's name, and I'm not a girl. And two, it was a pretty common name. So what can I do with it to make it unique and me? I added the sir in front. Made it clear that I was a guy, not a girl, and it actually ended up working out well. It's kind of been my semi-unique moniker ever since. In fact, it's been rare that I have found somebody else using the name. There have been a couple times. That's why I can't get SirWillow on Twitter, because somebody else claimed it. And then it's a dead account. Give me my account. Basically, if you do a search on the internet for SirWillow, you're going to find me. So it worked out really well as a unique nickname, and I've got former high school students to thank for it. When did I start working at the parks? It had been a dream of mine for years, and one I didn't take seriously. But my very first job was at Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida, from 2004 to 2006. I was a full-time teacher at a rough school. I needed a break. I wanted something to de-stress and have fun. And lo and behold, there was an opening and it worked out. And so I got my first job at a theme park there. Did Rhino Rally for 2 years. Moved over towards Orlando. Got a job at Disney as a PhotoPass photographer for 5 years, from 2006 to 2011. I did some crowd control there as well. Busch Gardens, not only did I do Rhino Rally, I did occasionally work on Cheetah Chase, the mouse coaster. And then a few years later, I went up to Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri for 3 years, where I was a train conductor and a train robber. Did both sides of it. So a total of 10 years at the parks, 5 at Disney, 2 at Busch, 3 at Silver Dollar City. And as I record this, I'm actually going on 8 years since I've been working at a park. It's been a little while. So would I go back? Nope, probably not. A number of reasons for that. I've actually done a video. One of the biggest is simply conflict of interest. If I want to keep doing the videos, I can't work at the park. If I work at the park, I can't keep doing the videos. And I enjoy doing the videos. I love my jobs there, but I'm at a stage in life where it's time to do something different. Did I work other jobs at the park? No. I get asked a lot, especially about security. Did not do security, never worked in security. So why don't I do videos about these other jobs in the parks? Because I didn't do them, and so I don't know them. When I've tried to do a video on them, I've had to have other people come in who had done them. So when we talked about foods in the park, I have my son Joseph and another viewer, one of my patrons named Megan, came in. They both worked foods. They got to talk about it. So if I want to talk about another area, I'll have somebody else come in who's worked it. But I haven't done it, and that's why you have not seen me do a video about security at the parks. Because I didn't work it. I don't know about their procedures. I don't know about their training. I don't know if they got to jail or not. And I'm not going to make a video about stuff I don't know. So that kind of leads me to another frequently asked question. Why don't you do a video about... And oftentimes it comes down to two things. One, either I don't know about it, I haven't experienced it, I haven't had a chance to research it, or it's something that somebody else has already done and done better than me. There's no reason for me to do a video, say, on the history of a ride when there are other people doing those same things and doing them much better than I can. That's not something that I have the resources to be able to do well when others do. But I can tell you about my experiences working at the parks and what it's like from those. So that's kind of what I specialize in. Another thing I get asked a lot. Have you been to insert name here? Or when are you going to go to insert name here? Okay, so if I have been to a park in the last few years, I have done a vlog on it. If you go to my channel homepage, there's a search box there. Type in the name of the park, and if I've been there in the last 5 years, you will find a video from that trip. All of that to say, if you really want to know where I've been, there are actually a couple ways to do it. I do maintain a coaster count list on a website called coastercounter.com. You can go there, search for SirWillow, and it will pull up a really reasonable estimate of my coasters. There's a few differences there. But you can see from that what parks I've been to, because I've been to over 70 parks. I also actually maintain a website on Scribble Maps. Map, not a website. You can find that link in all of my videos, and that will also show you the vast majority of parks I've been to. It'll give you a good idea of a lot of places I've been to, not just parks as well. That's the easiest way. The other thing I can tell you is I have not been to most of the northern part of the U.S., New England, that area I have not really covered yet. And then I've only got a handful of countries. Outside of Disney Paris, I haven't been to Europe. I haven't really been to Asia, at least not for coasters and stuff. So all of those things, no. Hopefully that will change soon. Hoping. What is your favorite? Whatever. Okay, so if you've ever watched my live streams, this has become a joke. There's a reason I don't give favorites. I can't pick just one generally. I don't have a single favorite food or a single favorite character or favorite movie. I've got a lot of things I like. I don't even have a favorite genre of music, let alone a song. So when you ask me a favorite, I'm going to laugh at you because there's too many. I can't even pick one coaster as a favorite. There's several that are all kind of equal in my mind. And it depends upon the mood. Just save your troubles. Don't ask what my favorite is, because I can't tell you. What's my favorite park? The one I'm in at the time. Now, if you want to know several things I like, okay, that's a question I can answer for you. What are some of my favorite coasters or some of my favorite characters? Okay, now you're in a realm that I can actually answer. One other thing I get very often. I was there that time you messed up at Silver Dollar City on the train. I get this a lot. And it's funny because I will get this from people both who've been on the train once and who've been on the train a lot and somehow don't realize that the mess ups happen every single time. I actually did a whole video a while back about what you think is a mistake isn't, and how a lot of all that is scripted. I had somebody even this last week tell me, yeah, I was there that time you were surprised somebody gave you money and it messed you all up. Nope, it really didn't. Those lines I said, they're the same lines I said a lot. The train at Silver Dollar City is very scripted. That doesn't mean there isn't impromptu and a lot of stuff that we did make up. But as far as the mistakes goes, like the day of the week and things like that, and what happens if Ma says yes, no, we planned those. Nothing caught us by surprise in that regard. In fact, it was actually pretty rare for us to actually be caught by surprise. And when we did, it was usually because we planned it. So what got you started doing videos? Actually, it started back in 2016 in May, and I blame my kids. I really do. My kids had gotten tired of me repeating the same stories of the fun I had working at the parks. And my son actually had a fairly successful YouTube channel in high school doing some things. And so they said, why don't you just start doing videos? Tell it to the camera. Okay, I could do that. And that's kind of how it started. The very first things I did, I actually uploaded 4 videos all at once to give people kind of an idea. You look back now and, the quality on them is... even the intro. The intro we actually filmed my hand writing on a whiteboard. And it's slightly out of focus. It's fun to look at now. But come a long way since then. I have actually done, get this, I have uploaded over 800 videos since May of 2016. That's a lot of videos. That doesn't include my live streams either, or Twitch, or anything like that. That's a crazy number. So that's why I say, if you're fairly new to the channel and you want to know if I've done a video, when am I going to do a video about, use the search bar on my channel homepage. There's probably something there. And if not, then mention it to me. And I'm always open for ideas. When are you going to do a video about? Check first if I've done it, and if I haven't, send me an idea. Send it to me, email, SirWillow@gmail.com. Post it on my Facebook page. Send it some other way, and I would love to see your ideas. I'm always looking for more. Always. And lastly, how can I get involved or meet you? Okay, so I've got this thing called Patreon. It's also YouTube members as well, but Patreon tends to work better. There's behind the scenes information there. I let them know what's going on in my personal life, what I'm doing for the videos, what's coming up. They've seen how I make the videos. All of that kind of stuff all comes as part of financial support. I will occasionally post a behind the scenes video for everybody, but for the most part, it's all for my supporters. They're the ones who get that kind of information. There's different things that happen depending upon how much they're giving. This sounds crazy, but over the years I've been doing this, some of my very best friends have come from people who started financially supporting me or meeting me at the parks and then picking up. And I can honestly say a couple of my very best friends in the world started off as financial supporters, and they got to know me and still liked me. And yeah, we've had some great friendships and some amazing stuff that's happened with that. If you want to know about the behind the scenes and get to know the nitty gritty and all that kind of stuff, check out Patreon. You can do it for as little as $1 a month, and you'll be blessed with how much you get to know about it and how much other stuff comes with it too. So I would encourage you, check that out. Also, be sure subscribe if you haven't. Let's get to 3,000. Let's get to 30,000 subscribers this year. I've got prizes and giveaways I want to do, and they're waiting on that 30,000 mark. We're crawling up there. Let's get there. If you got more questions too, ask them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. I want to hear from you. Thank you so incredibly much for watching, for asking the questions, and making it possible to be doing this for over 6 years now. Wow, that's just crazy. Thanks so much. God bless. Frequently asked questions. Number 1, do I use a clapper? Why, yes. Yes, I do. Thank you, Kimono Dragon, for it. Well, I actually used to teach high school out in California at a... Thank you, car. Get a muffler. Okay. You can go there, look for SirWillow. Look for SirWillow, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know about contact information, fan pages, merchandise, and more, please be sure to check the description below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to know when I have new ones, well, make sure you hit that subscribe button right up there. And if you want to see another one of my videos, well, I've got a great one for you right here. And a huge thank you to these wonderful people here who support me on Patreon and with YouTube memberships. They get behind the scenes information, special perks, and more. If you'd like to know more about that, well, make sure you check that button right there. Thank you so much.